And now.
Thank you.
Brian, remember everything changes when you walk through those doors.
Go. Go.
Yeah. Do it on the walk as you get close. Let easy and then get down. And the rest actually fell.
Yeah.
Hello? Dom. I'll be there.
Tennessee National take 2, Marco?
I mean, both can't. Yeah, I don't think.
Action.
What do you think of this?
He's trying to. You're stronger together. You always were.
Thank God. Finally some equipment I can work with. This is way better than that trash in Rio.
Yeah, that's it. Where are they?
Who's that?
Let's go to 1. Here we go. Pictures up.
Reloading?
Action.
All right, I jammed every signal up and down the city. I respect it. Signals.
Got
That works.
good too.
you got it.
Okay. Action!
Yay, fun.
I think you hit your mark. Like at that point, they could put you
Right,
at
right.
ease, and then you can say, okay,
All
all
right.
right, motherfucker, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right,
good.
Cool.
All right. Your funeral.
Ride or die, remember?
shooting a 10 down at the here.
We're gonna find. Okay, so we're gonna have
A good shot here.
No, this is wrong with Leroy because we can.
Letty.
See you around, Toretto.
You can bet on it. Yeah, this one.
action. Action. Here we go. And
Not quite sure what that last clip was.
I think we just need to make sure you react to a little bit of the hitting flesh. And then, so they're kind of like boom, boom, and then we come around and she does this thing. So we'll catch it on this shot.
Let's get Gina first. Yeah.
okay. So Gina, for which moment?
The cuff. So she kicks. So the camera's here.
You want me to do it? keep him safe.
I saw it, I was like,
Okay. Right.
Come over here.
So just let her come in there in the back.
Okay, so let's start that frame and that's the
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Just
I
not.
like that one.
Ready and action. Cut and boom. Got. Down. Ready and action. And cut. 3, 2, 1, action. Cut.
Some of the cartoons just fly out right here. Alright, so Lee.
moment.
Good. Cut. Okay, check the gate.
Check the gate.
Yeah, I'm going to miss that here on this. It's going to be a miss for me. Yeah, I'm going to miss that here on this one.
We get you as far as Jim Pop. So you're gonna have to use that.
The tighter a pin. Yep. Right. You see that, and then you want to get like a couple cameras wider so you can see the distance. Okay. Okay.
Action.
Fellas, you better hurry up. They just took the convoy. And Dom. Letty's with them.
Let's go.
Tokyo it is. Cool.
So maybe
She's like resisting a little, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, he's absolutely right. Okay, cool.
So take 1F, camera mark.
Okay, shake. Here we go. Ready, and action.
Yeah, get in the car. Get in the car.
A marker.
Shake. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
How can we possibly top Fast 5? How is it possible? I'll show y'all right now. Fast 6.
So this is Fast and Furious.
Fast 6, baby.
Just when you think it couldn't get any crazier, it gets more fast, more furious.
Lights, camera, action, baby. Let's go. Breathe with me.
I just felt like on this one, we go big or we go home.
Road lined with explosions, and we're gonna try to make this even more dynamic.
See you around, Toretto.
You can bet on it. Yeah, this one.
Come on! Man! Action. Action. Here we go. And
Not quite sure what that last clip
soon as you get react to a little bit of the meat hitting flesh. And then, so they're kind of like boom, boom, and then we come around and she does this thing. So we'll catch it on this shot. Let's get Gina first. Yeah.
Okay. So Gina for which moment?
So she kicks, so the camera's here.
You want me to do it? Keep him safe.
Okay. Right. Come over here. So just let her come in there in the back.
Okay, so let's start that frame and let's
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
So just
I
look.
like that.
Ready, and action! Cut and boom. Got. Down. Ready, and action! And cut. 3, 2, 1, action. Cut.
So Lee.
Yeah, so that's a moment.
Cut. 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 Take the game.
Yeah, I'm going to miss that there on this. It's going to be a miss for me. Yeah, I'm going to miss that there on this one.
We'll get you as far as Jim Pop. So you have to use that.
Tighter a pin, yep, right? You see that, and then you want to get like a couple cameras wider so you can see the distance. Okay. Okay.
Action.
Fellas, you better hurry up. They just took the convoy. And Dom. Ladies with them.
Let's go.
Okay, what is? Cool.
So maybe
She's like resisting a little, and I'm like, no, he's absolutely right. Okay, cool.
So take one F, camera mark.
Okay, shake. Here we go. Ready, and action.
Yeah, get in the car. Get in the car.
A marker.
Shake. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah, that would be great.
I have to remind myself every time I'm promoting fast and just like pinch myself because it's been such an unbelievable ride and I've been so lucky that we've been this successful over the years. And I saw the movie last night and it's bigger than 5, which I thought was, you know, kind of unfathomable in my mind, but it really is. I mean, it's insane what Justin has pulled off, and every character has their moment, and it was beautifully done.
Yeah. I remember when we were doing the 4th one, and I was like, wow, I don't know. Ben and I basically stepped away, and they're talking about reprising it, basically getting this going again, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, really? That was a long time ago we made the first one. You really think they want us still doing this? And the response was yes. And then another one, really? Okay. What? The response was a bigger yes. And now to be doing 6, and people are talking, and sometimes people can't help but count their chickens before they hatch. And I'm like, whoa, stop with that. But all signs are looking good. And to me, it's just, it's mind-blowing, you know? And now all this talk of like, I mean, announcing another one before this one's even been released, that's bold as all hell. You know? But, okay, let's go, you know?
But you just reminded me, when we were about to make 4, there were a lot of naysayers. There were people that were like, I don't understand why they're and you know, we showed them, so that feels pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I went on record. I made a point to go on record and go, I don't know if people want this or not. But you know, it's like when I say it now, it's like it's all there. You know, like, you know, even I remember going into the 2nd one, I was like, God, I was scared to death. Like I was thinking, man, I'm going into this thing without Vin. You know, the guy that helped realize, you know, a big chunk of the first one and helped realize the success of it. And the 2nd one turned out the way that it did. And I mean, every step along the way, I've been kind of scratching my head, you know, going, what the F? And now it's like, all right, moving forward, Justin's been such a champion, and to the thought of moving on without him, yeah, guess what? I'm scared again, you know? But I'm used to that. I'm used to that with this. And, you know, I'm just sitting here, I'm talking about it, I'm like, if I didn't feel scared, something would be wrong with me. I think I'd be just a royal prick, you know, because it's like, this obviously means something to more than just myself and, you know, a handful of other people. I mean, we got a huge audience out there, and it's like, I want to continue to kick ass for them, you know? Like, I want to continue to crank out stuff that they love. You know, are we going to be able to continue at this pace, at this rate? I don't know. But we're gonna die trying.
there's a tank that literally flies out of a truck that then pummels over cars, and then and then there's a plane, and there are cars that go in and out of those. I mean, it's like someone just thought up what could be the most fun thing to shoot, and then made it happen, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't even know what the hell this damn movie's about. I mean, the way that we put it together, it was just incredible. You know, it was run and gun, you know? We were like 3rd and long with 2 minutes left, you know, 34 points down this entire shoot, you know? And Justin's, you know, calling audibles the whole damn time, and, you know, I just throwing it up, you know, throwing it up. And I remember looking over at him, he's like going, dude, I got this. And that happened on more than one occasion. The guy, like, his completion percentage was just ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm still just going, what the F? Back to what the F. That's the theme today. Fast and Furious, what the F? That's what we should just call it. I love that stuff. Like, to me, I like to think that's what separates me from a lot of other guys. And so when I have an opportunity to do that, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I don't know, I like banging it up. I'm a pretty physical guy, and I enjoy the physical challenges. That's a big part of the reason why I wanted to do this franchise to begin with. You know, it was the dream opportunity. Go race cars, be a cop, run around, smack people with a gun, and shoot them. And, you know, at that time in my life, that's all it mattered, and that's all it needed to be. What I didn't realize is what was being woven into it. And I don't even think that the original fans even necessarily realized what was going on, the connective fiber of this whole family element and all that. I just want to go kick ass. And now I look at it and I'm like, oh, you know, Rob Cohen did a hell of a job. He set us up way back when, you know, and he's kind of an unsung hero too. I know Justin gets some credit. Justin doesn't get enough credit. I know Rob gets some credit. He doesn't get enough credit. Neither of those guys can get enough credit. Singleton can't get enough credit to step out with Reese and I and take the swing that he did. You know, it's crazy. We've had the right people every step of the way. Yeah, for sure. You know, there's always like a competitive pulse between Vin and I. You know, and that definitely helps with what we do on screen. It's all healthy. I get frustrated at times. You know, I want to tell him to go kick rocks. You know, and he'll laugh at me and ball. And, you know, we'll have our powwow and makeup session. And you know, I like that about this. You know, I think, like you said, it's like what we've got going on in real life is paralleled on screen quite often. You know, I'm a huge fan of Jordana's, and I'm so glad that she's been like my girl for all these years. And you know, that Tyrese is my brother. You know, I mean, Chris, I love him to pieces. We brought in Luke Evan on this last one. Ended up just being a stud. We've been really fortunate.
I did, and you know, I watched the movie, as I said yesterday, and there's certain things, sometimes you don't, Justin always has an aim in mind, and I think he's got the whole movie mapped out in his brain as he shoots, and he gave me one note, and I was kind of like, I don't really understand why, but I did it anyway, because I trust him, and would do anything, and then I saw the beat yesterday, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. She was completely fearless, and her attitude towards Luke, who's this, you know, very menacing guy, was, and I think it so worked because he was messing with her.
Thank you. Give you a high five. I feel. Yes, you rocked this film. You totally rocked this film. I was saying to your cast, the one thing I really loved about this movie was that the girls are just as kick-ass as the boys.
They better be.
And you especially, you are like, no messing, sister, no messing. What are your top tips for women, to get a bit more confidence, to get a bit more kick-ass like you?
Love other women. No, I don't mean it like that. Just try the camaraderie that guys have. It works. It helps build confidence, it takes a village to raise a child. And I think that more chicks need to get along more.
I agree.
And if you have some aggression, take it out in a friggin' bar fight or something. Get it out of your system, and then become best friends. I think that really just helps overall, because once you start to, you start to relate more to other women around you. I think that when you build that camaraderie, the confidence grows, and then the loyalty grows, and then people stop trying to pick on each other and beat up on each other, and it's just easier to survive in society,
I agree. And what do you think has made you so kind of confident and like that? Why do you think you're like it?
I think it's a tomboy aspect. I just grew up around the boys so much, and I kind of got an understanding that what's important in life is enjoying life and fighting for what you want in the world, and having ambition, and not just chasing after boys all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying you're quite himchy. I totally agree. Now, all those boys in the film, they are so tough, but who is the softest at heart?
That's tough, because I think they all have a little soft side too. It is tough, because I see Dwayne's got a big heart, when you see him with the kids on set, that he invites onto the set, and then you see Vin with his kids, and just how sweet he is overall, and how much he cares about the franchise. You see Paul, and he's got a warm heart. To see him, with his daughter, and and then I'm like, yeah, all right, macho dude, mister, I run around and race cars on my free time and shoot guns, you got a soft spot too, huh? And even Don Omar and Tego Calderon and Luda and Tyrese, they're all sweethearts, man.
They're big teddy bears.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised, Luke Evans, you see him as a hardcore villain in this one, and you're like, damn, he's cold. But then you meet him, and you're like, oh my God, he's so sweet.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy tonight, and really are. You're an idol. You really are. Well done. Thank you.
Congratulations on another amazing Fast and Furious film.
Oh, thank you.
It's there. How does it feel, sort of starting again, seeing your family again, your gang?
I feel like it's not again. I've been seeing them for the last 6 years because, we've shot these so close to each other, 4, 5, and 6. But how'd you like the movie?
I liked it. I loved it. They're so exhilarating. And it's in London. It's in my city. It's perfect.
Is that what you loved about the London?
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow. And you got to work, obviously, briefly with our very own Rita Ora. How was that?
She's amazing. She's beautiful and very talented. That actually came because I went out one night with Tyrese to Nobu, and next thing you know, I'm at being dragged to Puffy's party. Puffy is dragging us to his party somewhere, and Rita Ora is with us, and she had such a cool kind of demeanor, and she felt like she represented a modern London, a modern multicultural London in the right way. And we needed somebody to introduce that classic race between Dom and Letty that felt regional, that felt local, that felt like they represented London today. And because of that, she was perfect to kick off this, one of the most memorable race scenes in the franchise.
That is the most glamorous story I've heard all day. I mean, because we had originally, it was Rihanna, but then you wanted someone more Londony?
No, that I'm glad you asked that. That isn't the case. The script that we initially were working with was a 6 and 7 script. Was 2 films, and the studio at one point was entertaining the idea of shooting both of them at the same time. If we shot both of them at the same time, the character that was for Rihanna we would have shot last year, but because the studio separated it to get multiple locations, the role that the studio was considering Rihanna for plays out in the 7th.
Oh, I see. That's exciting. So she might be in the next one. Ooh. And obviously you spend a bit of time in our homeland here. We're going to do a little Fast and Furious guide to being British. Can you think of your top tip for being British for us?
I think British, the top tip for being British is whatever you're talking about it, whatever you're referring to, whatever subject matter, somehow find a way to say, all weekend. So you could say, I was cooking all weekend. I was waiting for your phone call all weekend. I was completely knackered, drinking all weekend. That's British, guys. All weekend.
That is perfect, because I was about to try and ask you to do a British accent, but there you are. Although, could you do for me, this car is rather fast.
This car is rather fast.
And this traffic's awfully furious.
And this traffic's awfully furious.
You're an absolute delight,
Oh,
by
you're
the
an
way.
angel, beautiful.
We last caught up with the cast of the Fast and Furious in Rio de Janeiro for Fast 5, and now the action has become, that film, by the way, became the highest grossing film in the franchise, earning over $600 million. Well, now for the 6th installment, all roads lead to London as Fast and Furious 6 promises to take the action to even greater heights.
The Fast and the Furious. More than a decade of high-energy action. Cars, cash, racing, rivalries.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Lighting up the big screen, smashing box office records. The first 5 films, raking in $1.5 billion worldwide. Hot rides, hot girls, hot locales. Now revving up for a 6th time, the Fast and the Furious fan favorites are all back. This time,
this is London, baby,
for their most high-stakes adventure yet.
And among the cast of Fast and Furious 6, we have with us, of course, returning Vin Diesel. We have Michelle Rodriguez also returning this time around. We have Tyrese Gibson, Paul Walker, Jordana Brewster, and Chris Ludacris Bridges. Great to have you all back.
Thank you for having
Welcome to London, which you guys know and love well, I hear, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All the action took place here. We even brought your cars to be here with you today to make you feel right at home.
Thank you.
Vin, just when I think that you can't possibly top the success of what happened with 5, here we go with number 6. I've seen it, and the action is even better. So what are the expectations? I mean, how far can you go with this?
I think we can go as far as the fans demand us to keep making movies. We've been lucky that we've had such a strong fan base. They love the action, but they love our cast. The action wouldn't be anything without the cast, wouldn't be anything without the performances and the dedication that the cast puts into making these action sequences seem real and feel real and add stakes to each of the action sequences. But ultimately, we keep doing it because
of the fans, the
because
people.
of them, because of all of them.
Yes, and they come wherever you are, they show up. Exactly. Now, I understand from the last one we saw you all take off, go your separate ways after a successful heist in Rio.
Yeah.
So now you start off in all the different parts of the world,
That's
but you
right.
come back together. And Tyrese, what brings you all back together?
You know what? I think the family and the bond on and off camera, and it's, to be honest, when you're working on a movie of this magnitude, domestically and internationally, it's nothing like feeling like you're working on something that people are really anticipating.
Mhm.
It makes you really think about the characters. It really thinks about the story and the next level. It's like, imagine Fast 5 being the most successful one and then following it with 6. I mean, we can't go backwards. We got to go up.
Right.
It's a lot of pressure, but we deliver.
Speaking of family, the family's expanded a bit. You know, we see Paul and Jordana, your characters, Brian and Mia, have a little baby this time around. So parenthood kind of changes things a little bit, right?
Yeah.
How does it change, Paul?
For me, I feel like we've earned it. We've been doing this together for a long time, and you know, I think that what we've all earned together, I mean, it's not something that can be forced. You know, I think that if you were to take each one of us individually and we were supposed to, and we just had a basic encounter on the street, I don't think this would happen.
Yeah.
But we've been forced together more or less now for a long time, and as a result, cool things have happened. And I feel like this was just the next evolution of it. It was baby time. That was it.
And Michelle, we see, I mean, I don't think it's a surprise to any fans that your character comes back, because we saw a glimpse of you in 5.
That's right.
Your character actually is still alive.
Yes.
I'm not going to give away any more, surprises here. But did you know when the plot lines were being written way back when that your character was going to come back?
That's a funny thing, because, me and Vin have such a long-standing 13-year friendship since, on and off screen. And, I found out about it by buying a ticket to go see it in Paris.
Uh-huh.
And then when I call him up, Vin, and I'm like, dude, what's up? Why is there a picture of me? And when were you planning on telling me about this? He, went on to tell me, well, I told you in 2 years ago that this was going to happen. So here we are.
Excellent. I know the fans are excited about that. And Chris, I mean, to be a part of this cast, amazing, but also to shoot in London during the Olympics. I mean, did you guys get to take in and have some fun at the same time?
Absolutely.
Go to some of the games?
Yeah, I definitely attended some of the games. And like you said, to be here with such a great cast, a great family, just evolving and progressing every single film, and I'm just happy to learn, you know what I mean? But being here in London was great for me. I have a whole new appreciation for Europe, everywhere.
All right, Paul, really quickly, I heard you went to women's beach volleyball. Is that right?
Yeah.
Favorite event?
Of course you did.
That was great. Yeah. Well, we all get to look forward to the action Fast and Furious 6 from our sister company, Universal Pictures. It opens nationwide on May 24th, and you guys can't wait. Now, Tyrese, you got a little dance. You want to take everybody out on?
Shoulders. Come on,
shoulder dance.
show them a little shoulder.
Come on.
Rock with
London, you
it.
gotta have some
Sorry, Lee, I'm all right.
Once said it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning. But considering I'm here to talk with the stars of the 6th film in the series, I'd say they won by more than a mile. Hi, I'm Jake Hamilton atop the O2 Arena here in London, England, getting ready to talk with the stars of Fast and Furious 6 about why all roads led to this. Get ready, this is Jake's Takes.
This is what 100 million buys, huh? Wasn't that hard to find you, Toretto?
Wasn't hiding.
So, these movies are such a huge part of my pop culture and, people who love movies. So I was wondering how often you feel the repercussions of that. How often are you in LA at a red light and a guy pulls up next to you and kind of gives like the nod and kind of like, and tries to rev his engine up a little bit?
Until they see the kid in the back seat.
And that changes things a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I'm more worried about cops going, hey, that's Dom Toretto, let's just give him a ticket because he's Dom Toretto.
Does that actually have you ever experienced that in the years that you've done these? Have you kind of got a little bit of that?
No, thank God I haven't. Thank God. But I've always been sensitive of it. I've always realized that, it would be great big news to give Dom Toretto a smoothie ticket.
I wish that would happen because I think it'd be really fun. I don't know how I would react to that. But I do like it when I see the souped up cars and I'm like, oh, that's our fault.
It's happened quite a bit.
Do you do it? Like, do you engage?
Yeah, I play back, and match it. And it's pretty funny because I usually drive a pickup truck. Anyway, so it's not like, it's not like I'm like in some speed demon car, but it's fun. I like it, and it always catches you by surprise. It's like you're not paying attention or you're talking on the phone, your hands free phone, of course.
Of course,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah, and you can you feel something and you look over and it's like,
That only happened to me once, and I burned the guy's engine out because I had my M3 and it was a Honda Civic tune-up car and it couldn't handle the power.
You have to feel good.
I was on my way to
moment.
Coachella. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And I had 3 people in the car, so my car was weighed down.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun though. I always like.
You have to feel like a badass when that happens. Were the people in the car? They had to be pretty
I burned
impressed.
his engine out. I wasn't about to stop and look. It's his fault. He shouldn't have challenged. So I'm on the highway. I'm on the fast lane, and I look next to me, and there's this Honda Civic honking his horn.
Right.
And he's looking, and he's like, "Yo, Fast and Furious, let's do this."
A team of highly coordinated drivers took down an entire military convoy. You're gonna help me catch the team responsible.
And why is that?
Been chasing his crew across 12 countries. This was taken a week ago.
It's impossible.
I need your help, Dom. I need your team.
Guys, my buddies and I, we love kind of creating drinking games for like our favorite movies and our favorite TV shows. Every time something cool happens, you take a shot.
Hell
so I was
yeah.
wondering, I think the Fast and Furious movies would be a great series to kind of do like, every time this happens, take a shot. What are some of the things that can happen so that you can say, okay, time to take a shot?
Every time they show a woman's ass?
Yeah.
That'd be cool, but I feel like we need more ass shots in the Fast and Furious.
I'm down for that.
I'm a little disappointed in the ass level in this movie. I think it needs to be. It definitely needs more. You know, me and Luda specifically are into way more of a luxury.
I'm right there with you. I'm there with you.
Not just a butt. We're
Right.
talking
Not even
about
that, man.
Booblé.
Every time somebody gets punched.
Yeah, you'd be slaughtered by halfway through
That's
the film.
what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's
there
gonna be
is so
perfect.
many punches, headbutts, kicks. I mean, it's relentless. The
Okay,
movie
so we have
doesn't
punches.
stop.
Like, what else can we do for a?
What about car crashes?
Car crashes.
Car crashes.
And also,
Yeah.
you have to drink from the second that plane decides to take off on the runway till it
kidding me?
actually does take
It's
off.
a 15-minute long sequence, man.
It's the world's longest runway.
It is the world's longest runway.
And the world's heaviest plane.
It really is.
Well, it is. It's got like cars hanging off its wings, remember?
So by the time that sequence starts, make sure you have a full bottle ready
yeah,
to go.
you can't stop. Through a straw. Vodka through a straw.
A vodka, yeah. I wouldn't want to destroy you in that arena because
something tells me you could drink me under the table.
yeah.
Yeah, let's just go. I'm wearing a
That's
green
a
shirt for
compliment.
God's
Why-
sake. Let's just call
why
it
do
like
you
it
say
is.
that?
I'm just being honest. I'm just calling it like it
You
is.
look like a lightweight, anyways.
I'm just getting called out in this.
No,
It's just a shirt.
It's just the
It's this shirt.
Anytime you see a man with oil on his body,
You'll be drunk about 5 minutes into Fast Food. Okay, so man with oil. What else do we got? What are some other good ones?
Beautiful women, fast cars, fast motorbike, action sequences.
You're not gonna make it to past the first one.
No way.
You're gonna be on the floor.
You wouldn't see the end.
A driving stunt. That's a lot of shots.
Are you in? Are you
I'm
gonna join
in.
us?
I'm in. Yeah.
Vin Diesel's in my drinking game.
Maybe a pot version.
Okay.
That would be perfect.
Okay.
Because then once you get in your car, you're driving slower
That's true.
instead of faster and crashing. You know what I'm saying?
Much better.
Yeah, it's safer as well.
See, so
you should have like a Fast and Furious pot test.
what are some of the rules? Okay, let's create. Look, what could rule number 1 be?
There is the Russian roulette
Right.
version of it, where you take a shot, you have to hold it in, and then you stand up, and then you get spun around 10 times. If you fall, you have to do it again. So it means, it's kind of like, yeah, it's hardcore. If you survive it, then you point to the other person who has to do it.
I would die.
Yeah.
If you and I were best friends, I would be dead in like 5 minutes. Let's just be honest.
You got the best crew in the world standing right in front of you. Give them a reason to stay.
Our target's Owen Shaw. For years, they've been running jobs in Europe, but their most recent jobs graduated them to a whole new level.
You get us close to Letty and we'll get you Shaw. And you give us full pardons all the way around.
That's the deal. Take it or leave it. Ride or die.
Watching this movie, and everyone in this movie is 10 times more cool than I will ever be in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest. Help me feel better about myself. Who in the cast is secretly not as cool as I think they are?
Sung Kang.
Yeah, why is that?
Because he runs on a treadmill every day.
Yeah, he
went
runs-
to do an action scene, and I'll let him take it from here.
Yeah, he does about 8 miles every morning, and he wears neon shoes. And it's just too much, man.
No. The funny story you told me.
Tell me.
He runs 8 miles every day. So you would think his whole cardiovascular health and his conditioning is out of control. He goes to do an action scene with Tyrese,
he is sweating
after
profusely.
after 30 seconds.
He is sweating profusely. Out
We
of
gotta do
breath,
this again?
tired, and sweating profusely. And I'm like, dude, there is a real disconnect that I am witnessing firsthand right now. First of all, I think you have been lying about all of this damn cardio that you're claiming to be doing, because there is no way
There's
that
absolutely
anybody
no
that
way.
does 8 miles before they come to work is this tired.
you know, actually Vin and The Rock, they think people think they're these big tough guys, but they're big huggers.
They're big teddy bears.
But we don't like getting hugged by them because every time Rock hugs us, there's all this oil. I'm like,
You're like, why
oil
am I
on my
glowing?
face. You're like, thank you, but no thank you.
You just hug him and just start to slide down. You're like, this makes no sense. My mission is to be as cool as you guys. So by the end of this interview, if we can kind of up my coolness level a
You have to
little
get rid
bit.
of that shirt.
Get rid of the shirt?
And the tie.
Oh no, he did it for his mother.
Oh, I did it for my mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Mom, this is for you.
I don't think she said green though, did she?
said
She
color.
just said color.
She said color.
And you've taken it to
I
a
was
complete
different
extreme.
level.
I'm on
We're not dealing with cops or drug dealers. I've never seen this before.
This code you live by makes you predictable. I can reach out and break you whenever I want.
One of the great things about doing these interviews is because I'm a big movie fan, is being able to know that one day I'm going to be able to show my future kids, like, look what your dad did. Isn't this awesome? Hopefully they appreciate it. So I was wondering, these are some of the coolest movies of all time. What is the moment in this movie that one day you're so excited to be able to show your kid, like, look what mom did, or look what dad did, like, look how cool this is?
That's a great question.
I think basically just pressing play and like your face comes up on the screen. I mean,
Right.
that in itself still is quite, because I don't come from a family of actors, or, you know, we're working class, good, simple folks. So what I do for a living is quite insane anyway. So even when we turn the TV, like press play on a DVD or something, that, you know, my face pops up, that's enough.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be anything special, just the fact that I'm on the screen is usually. So my kids, I think, is going to appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
they'll be fine with that.
That's awesome. I'm not used to watching myself on screen yet. I'm still a little hesitant about it. So maybe the fight scene with Michelle was, you know, that was.
You're gonna show your kids that?
That's gonna be pretty awesome. You have to show them
I'm
that.
gonna probably have like a really delicate little girl who loves pink, and I'm gonna be like, oh, she's not into it. She's not into it.
She's not into it.
This is kind of a
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
a vegetarian and hates violence.
That's a good question.
Yes, it is. But there's so many moments, I think. I mean, thinking about the previous movies that we did for this franchise and this one.
God, I will be so proud of
Yeah,
you jumping
Mommy!
from that.
I was like,
Exactly.
and I'll
Exactly.
go like, no way, you don't do that.
You had, if mom did it, you have to let them do it.
Did you see yourself jumping off motorbikes to a jeep? I can do that.
See?
Clearly, the fight between Dom and Hobbs is something. I mean, Dwayne and I worked weeks before that shoot. Everybody on set was like calling it the Clash of the Titans. We heard all the King Kong, Godzilla
All the
jokes,
metaphors, right?
everything.
Right.
I think that's one of the scenes, at least from the saga, that I would tell my son to check out.
Look at this.
You believe in ghosts?
Maybe the Letty we once knew is gone.
You don't turn your back on family, even when they do.
You have a great line in the movie where you say, show me how you drive and I'll show you who you are. Such a badass line. Also, I was wondering, how does, you know, based off how you drive, what does that say about who Vin Diesel is?
Well, now it would say, Daddy?
It changes things a little bit.
It changes things, it sure does. It sure does. I mean, once you, that's not the only thing that changes. When you do enough stunts, or when you are in enough scenes that are kind of high risk, on your everyday life, you start to take less chances. Because your job, you know, consists of taking a lot of chances. And I think nothing's mellowed me out more than all of the action sequences I've done on film.
I drive pretty fast. I get really impatient. Like, living in Dallas for a while, I was like, why does no one honk here? So I'm pretty aggro. So I think that's a reflection of my worst self.
It depends. I'm pretty chilled out guy now. When I was younger, man, I was like the road rager, get pissed off, and you know, somebody honk at me, I want to smash their face, and you know, I was a hothead, and so it got me into trouble.
Guys, they got a tank. Damn.
One of the best things about the movie that I love is the opening credit sequence, and you kind of all the flashbacks of like all like the past
Dude,
films.
wasn't that
it's
so
It's such like
cool?
a trip down memory lane, because I
It
remember where
is.
I was when I saw each one. If you could, thinking about who that girl was in that first movie, if you could give, you know, that younger Michelle Rodriguez a piece of advice, just kind of point her in the right direction, what would you tell her?
Calm down and think before you talk.
Did that was that a problem at the time?
It was such a big, still is, but you know, I've definitely calmed down a lot.
I would tell myself to chill out a little bit and like enjoy the present. I think I was a little, I was juggling a lot and yeah, I just was in my head.
Same here. I was gonna say the same thing that she beat me to it.
Oh, yeah?
I should have gone first with that one. But no, yeah, same thing. Just relax, just take it in stride, and just trust the process, because that's what this is all about. You know,
sure.
we all got our journey, and we all got our thing to go through, and just know that the answers, they reveal themselves in time.
We talking vehicular warfare. This is not what we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a massive Fast and Furious 6 welcome to one of Hollywood's hottest stars, returning as Mia, Jordana Brewster!
We have kids, and really the theme of all the movies is how do we take all these kind of disparate groups of people and bring them together as a family.
I'll be sharing it, you know? Or just keep sharing it, just enjoying the process. I do the same.
He's a big Hollywood star, he hails from Wales. Any car in the world, what car would it be?
Good question. What would it be?
It would probably be a thoroughbred E-Type truck.
Do you see it in your mind's eye? Because you're looking away. Stop looking at me! I don't know what to do with that. Go away! I can't handle this. This is way too exciting for me. How does it feel to know that it's the last time that you will be reunited with this film?
Well, it's been 8 years.
You know I don't usually party, but Skepta and Wiley said it's a hype. I can't find my phone or car keys. Lights and Peter Barbary said on the mic. The flags on the big top, and I can't even keep a picture. I'm on the dance floor, the joke is I never had a drink, but I'm acting the drunkest. She's staring like I'm a weirdo, but then again maybe she likes me. I'm not supposed to be here though. I'm not a wristband for the beat.
Please welcome Paul
Yep. And I'm gonna borrow that dress later. And you're not it. Have a good time. Thank you. All the stars are here tonight, as you can see, one by one. I just.
Ladies and gentlemen of Leicester Square, are you ready for actress as the models, and she's returning as the beautiful Giselle. Please welcome Gail Gallo! You just mentioned the high qualities beforehand. You had to do some training, right?
Yeah, I did a couple of months training before we started, and then kept training through the years of our fight for.
I don't have to do this. You're seeing blue eyes drawn up in my face, right? Isn't that crazy? They're not paying attention to me. Of course they're paying attention to Paul Walker. Yes,
What is your character's journey like? It's a tough one, isn't it, on this movie? Did you have to keep them off this secret?
Every time we come on set, it's like a huge family reunion over and over again. It's such a huge privilege to be able.
over a little bit. I don't want to stay up in line too, but you've got some serious explaining to do.
Tell me about it, honey. Tell me about it.
Quick tweet question then, from F Valleys. Said, what do you think it's like for Don Bryant and who you guys are going to get from Fast and Furious 6?
Well, one question I've got for years and years now is how is 3 tied into the franchise? It's been a big question mark, and it's one that I haven't even been able to answer. And from this one, you get to see it. The whole thing ties in. So.
To the left! Mr. Diesel! There you are! One to the top, please! Mr. Diesel! One to the top, please!
Go head-to-head with who didn't. And at the end, it's called the tag ending. And I was like, dude, really? You weren't my best friends. You didn't know right now.
You could seriously imagine an extra decimal point moved over a little bit on your picture, right?
No, you did it on purpose. He did tell me before.